So you could say my life was perfect, almost perfect, if there's anything I've called perfection. My family is extremely important to me, as always. We actually will be married the 15th of February for 22 years. My son, Alexandre, is 21, and my daughter, Anya Bell, is 17 and a grade 12 student. I think I'm the crazy one in the family. I was the crazy one. The kids couldn't deal with it, still can't. God, I think I came out of my mother's womb dancing. I got into dancing recreationally. I loved every bit of it. I have a marketing background, so I'm a marketing consultant to small businesses, and the company is called AKB Squared Small Business Marketing. Everything, I would say, almost lined up. Everything worked well and was going pretty good. In fact, I was fooled into thinking I was invincible. So I'd just come back from Jamaica, so everything was going great, getting ready to enjoy the rest of the summer. But there was a huge bruise on my leg, on my left leg, which was certainly uncharacteristic, and there was no reason to have a bruise. And so I decided to, like, what is responsible, to get it checked out. And I called up my family doctor, but she wasn't there, and they asked me if I wanted to wait for a week when she gets back, and somehow I said no, I'm gonna get this checked out. And the doctor looked at me and she said, well, we just have to, you need to do a blood test. I got a call from the clinic that I should stop in. They wanted to talk to me about the results, and at that time I thought nothing of it, you know, what could be the matter. So when I went back to the clinic and saw the doctor, you know, he sat me down, asked if I had family with me. I said, yes, my doctor is with me, still not thinking anything wrong. Then he turns to me and says, I think it's leukemia.
Dorothy has a form of leukemia called acute myeloid leukemia, or AML. Some people can present with very low hemoglobin and so are feeling very tired. Other individuals have very low white counts and so are prone to infection. Other people have low platelets and they're having a lot of bruising. And during that process of giving chemotherapy and recovering from it, patients are in hospital. They can become very ill to the point they have to go to the intensive care unit.
My first treatment, I was at Princess Margaret for 30 days. And literally I began the fight of my life. And I had to really rely on my faith and my family. And my husband, God bless him, was there every day, every step of the way, because I was weak and I could hardly do anything for myself. I mean, not do much.
One way of preventing relapse is through stem cell transplant, where we take normal cells from another individual that's matched to the patient, and after giving the patient high doses of chemotherapy that wipe out their normal bone marrow, we then rescue them with the stem cells of the other person. So what in fact happens is, if there's not a good match, the incoming cells will attack the recipient and cause something called graft versus host disease.
So if you do the math, the chances are so slim. And so in order to increase those odds, we've got to get numbers in that donor base. So it becomes really a numbers game of getting people from my own ethnic background within that match, not only for me, but for other patients who have a similar need, not only today, but in the future. My personal appeal is to find the one, the match, the perfect match for me. But outside of that, it's a broader appeal for my community. Not only the blacks, but the Jamaican-Caribbean, because you understand what the numbers look like. It becomes a numbers game. The more donors we have, the more optimal donors we have, that is males 17 to 35, the greater the chance I will find a donor and some of the other patients out there will find a donor. My appeal is to you, my optimal donor. Men 17 to 35, women not excluded. Come out to any of our swabbing events and be swabbed. It's easy. There are no needles involved, no DNA testing, not even your credit history. You get a do-it-yourself cheek swab and that's it. It's as simple as that. Are you the one?